Okay, so the features provided by the Python. Okay, so the Python is actually dynamic in its nature. So we understand the dynamicity of a Python language. Okay, in detail with the example. Okay, then it support. Okay, Python is actually meant to be work with the scripting module, or you can say for embedded type of programming, or for writing a code directly in the form of commands or kind of. Okay, but due to uh, due to the impact of the market, like impact in the way, like most of the concepts which are available in the market are actually using object oriented techniques. Okay, or they are implementing their code in a object oriented way. So it becomes must it becomes an mandate thing for the Python to implement different type of object oriented. Like Python is not a suitable language for to work with object oriented concept, because it provides object oriented concept in a very limited way. Okay, although Python provides your traditional way of programming, like modular programming also. Okay, and object oriented programming also. Okay, Python is basically an open source language, so you all know and can understand what actually the open source is. Okay, so freely available each and everything. Okay, anyone can provide any type of update, or different type of library can be added by different type of organization according to their work, their need, kind of. Okay, so it provides an active or you can say a great support for the libraries. Okay, uh, you can use different type of logic, you can create different type of logic with the use of Python, like scrapping. Okay, you understand the concept of scrapping is basically a way to scrap out a text from different of the organization. Like if I want to analyze this particular fact, like how many people are actually reading which type of paragraph that is available on my site, which is actually a news site over there. So at that time I can use different of the techniques like web scraping. Okay, where I can analyze different type of text of text, and present different type of intelligent result in the market. Okay, then the main thing. Okay, whenever you are going to work with any of your languages available in the market, you just going to analyze this particular fact, like how much support this particular thing is providing for a specific domain. Like let's take an example. Like I want to create a program to work with the text support. Okay, now I'm going to analyze this particular fact, like which language is suitable for my application. Like अगर मैं C को select करता हूँ, तो in case of C, the concept are actually provided by, the string concept is actually provided by the use of with the use of array of characters over there. But in case of Java, there is a well-defined, you can say, a data type, or a well-defined concept of strings, where most of your expectation can be met with the use of different type of functions available in Java's domain, kind of. Okay, so हर प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज को चूज करने के पीछे सपोर्ट बहुत बड़ा रोल प्ले करता है. लाइक we can implement this particular fact, or we can implement this particular type of functionality in the domain of this language or not. Okay, so Python provides you a support for implementation of math, AI, machine learning, data analytics by providing a rich set of library. This is the main reason. Okay, Python actually providing you. Okay, so simplicity of programming in a concluded way, or in a nutshell way, if we are defining the features of Python: simplicity of programming. Okay, all the complex things which are available with other languages domain are going to be removed by Python, providing a large support of libraries for implementing different type of concept like AI, machine learning, maths, kind of. Okay, so that makes this particular language a popular tool or suitable tool for the newest application available in the market. Although Python is available in the market from a since means from a long time. Okay, but they actually utilize this particular fact that Python can be useful language for this domain, like data analytics or solving the problem related to big data. Okay, afterward means like after 2000, when means the first big data concept was structured the market. in the era of 2000 around, where when the Yahoo was actually the first victim who are actually stuck, or the system of Yahoo was crashed, okay, at that time, due to this big data problem at that particular time. Okay, so they started working on Hadoop and kind of things. Initially they have adopted Java as a language for developing different other methodologies, and then as they identify different of the features or different of the you can say different of the characteristics related to Python, they adopted Python as a tool for writing different of the codes for data analytics, machine learning, and kind of techniques. Or you can say that for solving different of the new tool and new applications related problem, we can adopt Python. Okay, so different of the areas related to Python: software applications, IoT applications, mobile web solutions. You can use Python anywhere. Okay, digital application creation, big Python for big data handling. Okay, so big data handling can be used like you can write a code. If you have heard about the concept called Hadoop over there, so Hadoop is basically a distributed architecture that is solving the problem related to big data. So that particular data can be, instead of processing a specific data with a single machine, you are processing with the capable architecture over there, which is a combination of multiple machines, or you can say where we are processing our data with the use of with the use of a distributed architecture over there. So we are placing our data on multiple machines to solve out. Okay, so that is that is the thing related to your Hadoop concept. So for writing a specific logic on that machine. Okay, so what actually the logic means? Okay, like you can see, whenever you talk about the different of the concept like client and server. Okay, who's going to make your machine client or server? A software application. Means that is actually depends on your machine's operating system, that your machine is actually a server or a client. Like if you are going to install a operating system having the capability to implement server, like server R2 provided by Microsoft, okay, kind of. So in that case, or Linux, okay, so in that case you can treat or you can utilize your machine as a server to provide services to different machines. But if you are using a normal operating system with some browser and kind of, so you are going to be a client over there. Okay, so here the responsibility is of your software is to make different type of logical entities. Like client and server are two logical entities. They are not actually associated with the concept of some hardware implementation. Actually each and everything present, like clusters, okay, you are creating different type of distributed machines. All these are different type of logical instances. We have simple machine, we are giving a capability of server, or we are actually treating that particular machine as a client based on the software architecture you have installed on that particular machine. So at that time you need to write. So why I'm talking all about this, or why I'm taking this particular example, because whenever you want to solve out a specific problem, like you want to write an application in the domain of IoT over there. Okay, so Internet of Things is a way where we are connecting each and every device to the internet. Like we have a tube light fans in our home. Okay, like you just want to check the efficiencies of those, like what type of means how much power is consumed by like I have 3 rooms in my home. So the electrical infrastructure established in my first room, how much efficiency it is actually going to take over there. Okay, or how much power it is going to consume over there. So if you can able to see all those particular results on your computer screen, so that becomes a good thing. Like whenever you going to plan that if I can use this particular strategy, I can save the power consumption for my home, for my industry, or kind of. So this is the role of your IoT over there. You are connecting each and everything, like you are connecting your car, your cameras, your watches to internet, and getting different type of result based on that particular based on the data you are getting. They are actually predicting different type of things for you. Like from your heart rating, they are actually predicting different type of other features also, like your blood pressure level and kind of. Okay, so all those particular things are available. So for that we need to write a code. we need to write a logic, and at that time Python can become a suitable tool for your implementation. Okay, so history was like in 90s, Ransom was a person who implemented the Python over there. So the Python was actually implemented for a operating system called Amoeba at that time. Okay, so that Amoeba operating system, so at that time that limit the usage of Python is actually limited to that operating system. But now later on they started using the Python for different of the other purpose that we have already discussed. Okay, so this is the man behind the Python. Okay, the Ransom who has actually implemented the Python concept. Okay, so there are different type of versions available in the Python. So I have actually captured only Python 3.6 that is implemented in December 2016, but nowadays we are working with 3.8. Okay, now whenever we talked about any of your language, we just need to understand what is going to be the execution process for that language. Like you have gone through with the programming with the C and C++ and Java programming. So what is the difference between Java and C? The C, in case of C, we are actually creating some dependent modules over there, like object file which is going to be created over there. Okay, is actually a dependent module. Okay, but Python is actually Java is actually implementing your platform independency concept by implementing an intermediate phase over there. Okay, or they are actually generating an intermediate code over there. Okay, that is going to be called your bytecode. Okay, so with the use of that bytecode, with the use of Java virtual machine JVM that they have distributed to different of the environment, they are actually achieving a platform independency for their code. Okay, but in case of Python, there also a compiler and a virtual machine is included. But this particular phase, okay, you all know about all these particular things, like a source code is there, compiled, then bytecode is going to be converted, then this is the responsibility of your virtual machine to convert or create a native or executable code. Okay, but in case of Python, the whole process is going to be hidden by you can say a single concept called interpreter. Okay, Python code is also going to be compiled, bytecode is going to be generated, but you are not going to see all those particular things. Okay, like we can see this particular example. This ideally is the basic or the primary shell provided by Python. Okay, we'll discuss all these particular things, but just to make you understand what type of features are actually provided Python, I am actually giving you an example over here. Okay, let's understand. Like if I want to print something over here with the use of Python, so I'm just going to write a statement over there like this. Okay, and just by hitting a printer, I will get my output. Okay, so now you can understand the difference of execution part. Like in case of C and C++, you just need to compile your program, then execute for execution of that particular program. You need to perform a interpretation step over there. Okay, but now you can see here we are writing a specific statement in the form of a command, and just by hitting an enter over there, we are getting our output. So all those particular things for Python are going to be hidden by that interpreter phase. So that interpretation which we have discussed in the first slide is this. Okay, so this is the fact. This is the interactiveness of the language. We are getting our output on a single click. Okay, so this is basically the interactiveness related to your Python environment. Okay, that we are talking about. Okay, so now you can understand all the library modules are available here, which are going to provide the support for your Python program at the runtime. Like you can take an example of JRE, Java Runtime Environment. So the responsibility of Java Runtime Environment is to provide different type of library support for your Java code at the execution time. In the same way, library modules are available over there also.